Pride, tradition, heart-pounding action. That's North Laurel Athletics, and we're now on the air. From our team to your home, here's game action from JBN, the Jaguar Broadcasting Network. Pride, tradition, heart-pounding action. That's North Laurel Athletics, and we're now on the air. From our team to your home, here's game action from JBN, the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.
All right, welcome back everyone here to the Jaguar Den. This episode looks a little bit different as I'm now back in Lexington for my sophomore year at the University of Kentucky. So Dad and I, we worked with our buddy Adam Webb, who does a lot of our production stuff on figuring out, how we could still get this show and still allow me to host it with Dad back in London. So first time trying this tonight, so hopefully all goes well, but we are excited here for our September episode. This one's going to be a fun one. We've got coming up first, Rusty Ray. He is a part of the Jaguar Alumni Group, which is a really cool organization that we're excited to talk about and kind of, let everyone in the North Laurel family kind of learn more about them. They just recently started a couple years ago, and they do really great things for the student athletes at North Laurel. And then next up, we will do the girls' golf team. First, we'll speak to head coach Jerry Vickers, and then a few of our players for girls' golf team. And then after that, we will have Coach Kayla Bargo, who's the head coach of our girls' soccer program. She's done a great job the last 2 years, and we're excited to get to talk to her and hear about what she hopes her team accomplishes this season. Followed up by her will be 3 North Laurel girls' soccer seniors. Then we will do the boys soccer team, talk to head coach David Broyles about his program and hear from a couple of his players as well. So very excited about this episode. And again, huge thank you to the Palace for allowing us monthly to come and host this awesome show. And we are grateful for everyone who views, and especially our sponsors, London Power Equipment, and all of our great sponsors for letting us put the show on.
Yeah, we're excited to be here live from the Palace with the outstanding show. We're going to step aside just for a minute, and then we'll hear from Rusty Ray with the Jaguar Alumni Group. You're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace on 98.5 WJTE, North Laurel Nation on YouTube and Facebook via the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 square feet of fun and games, 18 bowling lanes, the largest arcade in town, an indoor go-kart track, a full-service snack bar, and now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe-throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
Gospel you have found source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new, and somewhere in between we are the light of London for the very best of country and southern gospel.
We are the light of London 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
All right, everyone, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den. We are now joined by Rusty Ray, who is a member of the Jaguar Alumni Group. Rusty, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Jay.
We're excited to have you on here and excited to learn a little bit about what you guys do within this group. So just tell me kind of how you guys got this started and who you were working with when you created this group.
Yeah, so there was a group of us, I guess about 4 or 5 years ago. when Haley first came on as the athletic director back then, we were looking at a way to help our student athletes at North Laurel, especially the lower revenue sports, the golf, the soccer, the baseball, softball, those lower revenue sports that sometimes need funds to help them compete with everybody else, whether it's equipment, travel expenses, meals, whatever it may be. So we were looking at ways to do that, and we formed this group back then, and we've been blessed with the community support, alumni support, and we've been really blessed to be able to help these teams with the expenses that they need, so they don't have to get out and do all the fundraising all the time. Any little bit helps all the time, all these teams. So we're glad to be able to give back to the school that we went to.
Absolutely. And I'm sure, like any other group, you all are looking for members, new members each and every year. So if you are a graduate of North Laurel High School, or you have ties to the North Laurel community, I'm sure the alumni group would accept you with open arms.
Absolutely. Alumni, students, parents, whatever, anybody that wants to get involved, you can just get a hold of me or any of our officers. We've got myself, Julianne Tate, Katie Dotson, Taryn Ledger, Tyler George. We've got a pretty good group of us that are all about the same age. So we're always looking for, more recent graduates and that type of thing that want to get involved. We're always looking for help for any of our events that we do to raise money for these guys and girls.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what Brad Wilson. He's a Jaguar alumni. He's supposed to be watching tonight, so we'll put a plug in on him.
What's up,
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so next I was just going to talk about some of the events that I'm familiar with that you guys have hosted in the past when I was a student. First thing being was the scholarship. You guys were able to raise money and give away 2 scholarships to a male athlete and a female athlete at North Laurel. And another thing is the golf scramble you guys host is kind of like a fundraiser to earn some money to help with things like this. Talk a little bit about that upcoming golf scramble you guys are having.
Yeah, so that's obviously it's our biggest fundraiser each year. We've had a great turnout every single year, and it seems to grow. And we're trying to think of some things to do to make it even bigger, in the upcoming years to come. But yeah, this year it's coming up the end of the month on Friday of Chicken Festival, the 26th. So kids are going to be out of school, and some of the teachers may be able to sneak out and catch us. But yeah, we're taking whole sponsorships, team sponsorships. We're really ramping up, getting ready for that. Once again, that's Friday, September 26th at London Country Club. We'll get started about 9:00 in the morning and make it a fun day. We usually try to do it on a home football game Friday, so people can go to the scramble and then attend the football games, hopefully. Unfortunately, the schedules with this year, all their home games fell later on into October. So we kind of had to compromise, but it is close. I think they play Whitley County that night, so not too far away. So, but yeah, reach out to me. Like I said, any of those members. Also, you can look on our social media pages on Facebook and on X as well. Jaguar Alumni Group.
Yeah, and I just think it's just an outstanding thing that you all are doing. And, having been there at North for 21 years, it's exciting to see people who are now active, who are professionals in our community, who are giving back to our school, whose kids are going to be going through that school. And that's important, and that's building that pride and tradition. So I'm thankful for the Jaguar Alumni Group and all that it's done for North Laurel High School.
Yeah, and part of that giving back, she mentioned the scholarship earlier. That's something that we were able to start 3 years ago now. And college is expensive,
Amen.
Put it bluntly, but it's a little bit that we can do to give back, and it's a difficult decision, and we've almost got to the point where we just spin the wheel. Because, there's so many qualified people that deserve it and need it, and unfortunately we can't give everybody one, but we're glad to be able to give a little bit.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, Rusty, is there anything else you want the people listening or watching to know about the Jaguar Alumni Group?
No, we're just happy to be able to help, and we look forward to seeing everybody at the golf scramble that can attend this later on this month. We're getting a few new T-shirts made that I think everybody will really like when we get those, and we're going to try to have some of those at some of the upcoming home football games in October. So stop by and see us. Talk about helping out any way that you can, whether it's time, money, whatever it is. We'll take any help we can.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, Rusty, joining us here tonight, and we are very appreciative of the Jaguar Alumni Group and all the things you guys do for the student athletes at North Laurel High School. So we will step aside here, and we will take a quick break. Then we will have head coach of the girls golf team, Jerry Vickers, on and ask him a couple questions. You're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
Country gospel, you have found source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best of country and southern gospel.
We are the Light of London 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 square feet of fun and games, 18 bowling lanes, the largest arcade in town, an indoor go-kart track, a full-service snack bar, and now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe-throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
All right, we are back now at the Palace, and we are with head coach of the girls golf team, Jerry Vickers. Jerry, thank you for joining us here tonight.
Yes, certainly welcome.
So first, just get into a little bit about when you started coaching and became the head coach. I know you were an assistant for a long time. Just talk a little bit about your coaching experience.
Actually, my coaching experience goes back to cross country and track and field. My true love is running, and but the opportunity came available for me to coach a group of young ladies that had some potential, I thought, and so I stepped up and said, let's see what we can do with this, and I applied for the job, and
it was a difficult decision. Had a lot of quality candidates, but I decided that Mr. Vickers here fit the bill.
There you go.
Tell us a little bit about Jerry. Girls golf is kind of underappreciated. You don't hear a lot about it, but there's a lot of scholarship money out there, and I know just in the last couple of years, your numbers are increasing each year. Talk to us a little bit about what your goals or expectations were when you took over the position as head coach.
Yes, whenever I took over the position, the numbers were not where they needed to be. I didn't think. We were struggling to field a team, and a lot of the other schools around us, they struggle to get a team to come out. And then, I took over, made it interesting, made it fun, opened it up, and I'm like, we're going to get as many girls in here and get them involved as much as possible. Right now we have 15, 16 girls coming out, practicing every day, working hard, and they do work hard. You talk about July heat,
Hot.
They're showing up there and they're hitting ball after ball after ball, and for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and so. But I mean, we're having fun. There's no pressure on us as far as scholarship money goes. There's a lot of money, a lot of opportunities, a lot of scholarships in every field. I know we had Union College come by earlier in the season, and they're like, hey, if you girls are interested in playing golf, we'd love to have you come down to Union College.
Yeah, it's almost like they're begging for
Yes.
Female golfers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as far as the expectations, I said, my goal was to win a regional title and leave it in a situation or a position where there's another regional title for someone to go out there and go after whenever I retire, move on. I've got a few more years in me. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be, but that's where I'm at, and that's where my plans going forward with this. So,
and you talk about competing for regional championship. You all finished second runner-up last year, and I guess maybe once before we finished as runner-up.
I went back through some of the records and tried to find some of those things, and I'm not sure. I've asked people; they're not really certain on that.
Yeah, record keeping on the girls' golf is
probably not
what it needed to be. But I think if that was our first or second regional runner-up, but just outstanding season, and you got almost all your girls back from last year.
Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Last year I did not expect us to finish regional, runner-up, but we went out there. We didn't have any pressure on us. We said we're going to go after it, and the girls showed up and showed out that day. We went on to semi-state and had a really good performance there and a really good showing, and so we carried that momentum right on into this season, and we actually started our first tournament off this year exactly where we ended last year with our scores. So
that's good.
Yeah, and back on that thought, just talk a little bit about how your team's played so far this season. I know you guys have another match at Eagles Nest in Somerset tomorrow night. Talk a little bit just about how your team's been preparing, like towards the end of the season here.
Tomorrow night we're going to have varsity playing at Eagles Nest, and then we got JV playing here at home at London Country Club, which is something that is unheard of. For girls golf to actually have a JV team. We have enough girls to field a JV team. As far as preparing for it, over the next 2.5 weeks, we're going to really, really get focused. Tomorrow night we'll kind of end up in the JV girls practice time with us. We've spent time, trying to develop those young ladies. But now it's time to get serious and to really focus on the varsity girls game, and I guess really target those things that we are needing to work on. And with girls golf, it could be on the driving range one day or on the putting green the next, or chipping.
A lot of different facets to being a good golfer.
Yes, and we're constantly looking at numbers and seeing where we need to be spending our time at. So.
Well, and where is the regional golf tournament this year?
It's going to be at General Burnside. I love the course.
One of my favorites.
The fairways are immaculate there. The greens are fair but tough.
It's been a tough year for the weather here in the last month or two as well. So
it has been. The greens are, some of the golf courses, they've almost lost the greens, but they're trying to get them back, and just trying to get them back ready for region.
Yeah.
And one last question. We asked the boys' head coach, Chris Stone, this same thing. Just your thoughts on the new golf space, new space for the simulator once they get that auxiliary gym built. What does that bring to your program?
It's going to give an opportunity to work with those younger players to develop them, develop their swing. Right now, we're basically practicing from – I actually start, it's not practice, but it's, I work with the girls starting in May, and then we'll take a break there in July and for dead period, and then we'll get back right after dead period. But this will allow us the opportunity to go in there and work during the winter months. I'd love to start doing some golf workouts with these ladies and develop them physically, to be able to, swing a little bit faster, swing speed, work on swing speed. So it's going to open up a lot of doors that it's not been available to us up to this point. So,
absolutely.
All right. So thank you, Jerry, for joining us tonight. We're going to step aside and take a break, and then we will get the opportunity to hear from some of our Lady Jags golfers, Riley Vickers, Lily Kate Chestnut, and Katie Gillen. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back here on the Jaguar Den.
Thank you.
Country gospel, you have found source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best country and southern gospel.
We are the light of London 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. and you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 square feet of fun and games, 18 bowling lanes, the largest arcade in town, an indoor go-kart track, a full-service snack bar, and now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe-throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
All right, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace. We are now excited to hear from our Lady Jaguars golf team. We are now joined by Riley Vickers, Lily Kate Chestnut, and Katie Gillum. Girls, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know this is a little weird. You guys are having a conversation with a screen right now, and I wish I could be there, but we're making it work. So just talk a little bit about how you all three got your start playing golf.
I'll start. I started out pretty early in 7th grade, and then from then on out, I've just fell in love with the game. So
I played a little bit whenever I was younger, but then I really started taking it serious sophomore year and been with it since.
yeah,
I started playing with my dad like 2 years ago, and I started in my junior season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have been playing for a couple years and things. Just talk about your season right now. If I'm not mistaken, you're all three seniors, correct?
yes, we
Yes.
are.
So what's kind of the emotions going into the senior season, you know, knowing if you don't continue in college that this will be the last time playing golf, especially with these specific teammates?
I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also excited going into region, and I'm just, if we all like stick together and put our head down, I think we'll do really well.
Yeah.
I'm also very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think we've done pretty good the last season. This season,
Mhm.
I think we're ready. I think
Yeah.
we have a chance.
Yeah, you guys, we were talking with Coach Vickers about how last season you guys were the region runner-ups, and we were trying to think back about when the last time that had happened. We believe it's only happened one other time since North Laurel had a golf team, a girls' golf team. So you guys are coming off a really hot season right now. Talk a little bit about who some of your all's competitors are in your conference and in the region.
I think right now it is Corbin and South are really big.
Yeah.
Corbin, we were kind of the underdogs last year, and we kind of came up, but Corbin's a really big competitor. So is South. They got a good team this year.
Clay County.
Yeah,
I
Clay
think
County.
Yeah.
Really, our region is really
Yeah, we're
good
all
this
right
year.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For some reason, that's a common thing. North Laurel being an underdog in a lot of sports,
Yeah.
and then coming out on top. That's a
Yeah.
very common thing. But just now, a couple fun questions. What is your all's favorite course that you've played on?
Mine's Eagles Nest. A lot of people don't think
Yeah.
so, but I love Eagles Nest.
I also love Eagles Nest.
Okay.
I think Burnside, where we're playing region this year, it's probably one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know. My dad had tried to get me to play golf growing up, and he was like, it's a good opportunity to try and get a scholarship, things like that. And that was also something else we talked with Coach Vickers about, was the opportunities in women's golf at the college level. Like there are especially a lot of our local schools around here. They are, looking all the time for women's golfers. But Dad recently convinced me, and I started playing over the summer. And Eagles Nest is our go-to. We have a membership there, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of biased because I've only ever played at London Country Club other than that, but I do
Yeah.
love Eagles Nest.
Yeah.
All right, last question. I just want the three of you to tell me a favorite golf memory, whether it's, been a specific tournament or something, or if you had any overnight trips, just any moment that kind of stands out.
I think ours are definitely like the van rides going and like coming back.
Yep.
We came back from Somerset, and it was just us three seniors, and it was so much fun. Just spend time with each other.
Yeah. All our friends were dead, so we just had each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like playing karaoke or guess that song.
Oh my god. Yes, in the van.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to wish you guys good luck tomorrow. Heard you're playing at Eagles Nest tomorrow in a match,
Yep.
so good luck tomorrow and the rest of the season. Thank you guys for joining
Thank
me
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
So we will step aside and take a quick break. That was Riley Vickers, Lily Kate Chestnut, and Katie Gillum, and you're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best country and southern gospel.
We are the Light of London, 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
All right, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den. We are joined now by the North Laurel High School girls head soccer coach, Kayla Bargo. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but in all honesty, I can't lie. This was the interview I was looking forward to most in tonight's show. Me and Coach Bargo, we go way back. I was blessed to have her coach me in, I believe, 1 year of AU basketball in 5th grade. So
Well, I was the assistant.
yeah, assistant. I learned a lot of stuff from Bargo, more from her than you. So.
Oh, all right.
But Kayla, thank you for joining us tonight. We're excited to have you on the show.
Glad to be here.
All right. So talk a little bit about your background. Obviously, you played soccer at North, and now you're going into your second year. This is your second year as head coach of the girls program. Last year, one region made a huge run to the Final Four at state, and then was named the 13th Region Media Network head coach for girls soccer of the year. Just talk a little bit about, that's a heck of a record right there for your first season as head coach. So talk a little bit about.
Set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, it's hard. It's going to be hard to beat that this season. But what were your expectations going into your second year?
Well, second year, obviously a lot higher after the first year. We did not have those expectations in the first year. We were just my first year hoping to win a game, and we went all the way to the Final Four. So second year, that obviously set the bar a little bit higher and held them. We want to make another run, obviously, and not. We don't want to go backwards. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well,
go ahead.
How many seniors did you lose off last year's team?
We just lost one senior.
One senior, and that was Brooklyn Mullins, your goalie.
Yeah, big senior though. Big shoes to fill in the goal.
But the expectations are still the same.
Oh yeah.
To win the region and advance in the state tournament.
Yes, that is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, and this season, honestly, I've only been to one game. I came to your all scrimmage against Rock Castle earlier in the season, but a little bit of a rough start, Finally, we're able to get the wheels back on and picked up a nice 3-2 win against Greene County. As a coach, what do you kind of tell to your players when, they're coming off of a Final Four run and then, lose 2 games at the start of the season?
Well, I'd rather face the adversity at the beginning of the season than the end. So I think we got the wheels back on track. I think we made some adjustments that we needed to make. And so I think I told Les in the paper, the best is yet to come for this team. So we're moving in the right direction. We're making those changes. The girls are responding. And, we had the harder part of our schedule at the beginning of the season. So we obviously didn't handle it as well as we'd hoped.
Yeah.
But we were able to see what we need to work on. We're able to move forward with that. And so I feel good about it, where we are. Nobody likes to lose, obviously. But I'm glad we were able to call that out early and fix it before the end of the season.
Well, Jay's asking the hard questions tonight, but you all are 2-3. Opened up beating Whitley and then lost a close match to Lincoln. And Lincoln usually is a pretty physical, strong soccer team, and then lost to Southwestern and Garrett.
12th region is always good competition.
Yeah, and
those
those all three were 12th
physical.
region.
Yeah, those are 12th region. So I'm glad we saw. Like I said, I'm glad we saw it early on in the season, and it really taught us what we need to work on. Taught us where we are. We got to get physical, and we knew they were going to be hard games. But I'm glad that, Greene County was our last game, obviously. I'm glad we were able to regroup and come out of that, and I think we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And just talk a little bit about, you have 3 seniors this year, and all 3 of them, I believe, have played soccer, for a long part of their career. And just talk a little bit about what they mean to this team, whether it be leadership on or off the field.
We have such a strong group of upperclassmen in general. Our seniors are great. There's just 3 of them, but our junior class coming up behind them, there's a lot of them. And I was talking today. Those 2 classes they're our core, and without them, yeah, we can't move forward. But they are leaders on the field and off the field. And you're getting ready to talk to my 3 seniors. They set the bar high for the rest of the team, and we need that leadership really bad right now. So,
Who is, as you move forward, you got probably about a month left in the season. Who's your biggest competition in the 13th region?
13th region. Probably Corbin, what I see right now. We beat Whitley pretty handily, and I don't think South's won a game yet. And Corbin, they're kind of hanging right below us. And we play Middlesboro tomorrow. Middlesboro's only lost 1 game.
Okay.
So we'll see how we hold them. I mean, I like our chances tomorrow with them. I've not seen them play, but they're scoring a lot. So
now, is that at Middlesboro?
We're going to Middlesboro tomorrow.
On the KHSA scoreboard, it didn't say. So
yeah, we're going to Middlesboro. I think they have them as 3rd in the region right now. So it'll be a good chance to gauge where you
stand right now. Then Thursday at home against Rockcastle County.
Home against Rock.
Okay. All right. So if you haven't had a chance to come out and watch them, come out Thursday. Go ahead, Jay.
Absolutely. 6 o'clock Thursday.
Thursday.
All right. I was just going to add that it was a little shocking how kind of down the 13th region is in soccer, and it's kind of really spread out. I remember in years past, like Corbin, Whitley, North, South, like those 4 teams were all normally each year pretty good and pretty even. So it's interesting to see kind of how teams change as people graduate, but we're still up there. We're looking to be number 1 again this year.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Kayla Bargo, for joining us tonight on the show. We'll step aside and take a break, and then we'll be back to hear from our 3 Lady Jags soccer seniors, Haley Combs, Bailey Watkins, and Lauren Crouch. You're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
For the best in Southern and country gospel, you have found the source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best in country and Southern gospel.
We are the Light of London, 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 square feet of fun and games, 18 bowling lanes, the largest arcade in town, an indoor go-kart track, a full-service snack bar, and now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe-throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
All right, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace. We are joined now by the 3 Lady Jag soccer seniors, Haley Combs, Bailey Watkins, and Lauren Crouch. Thank you guys for joining me here tonight on the show.
Thanks for having us.
So I just want you guys to talk a little bit about how long the 3 of you guys have been playing soccer and kind of what age you guys started.
So I started playing soccer like when I could walk. I would be at my brother's and sister's games and just would go at it ever since then.
I didn't start until my 2nd 8th grade year, so I got held back during COVID year, and I gave soccer a run that second time through just for fun, and I fell in love with it.
Mom had me out in the yard once, probably about like age 3.
All right, so just talk a little bit about, obviously, the first few games of the season. I believe you guys have lost 3 games so far this season. A little bit of a struggle, and I talked to Coach Bargo about how this second year as her head coach, it's hard. She's coming off of a Final Four appearance in her first year as head coach, and you guys, have a lot of expectations. You don't want to backtrack. You want to try to be better and be in that state championship game. And then you come and start the season, and it's a little rocky. You guys are the 3 senior leaders on the team, so just talk a little bit about, what the practices were like and how you got your team back on track to beat Greene County.
So obviously we did come off to a rocky start. The way our schedule's set up this year, we played some pretty rough teams back to back. And with the practices, we just started off last week with a blank slate. Every man for himself, kind of. The coaches started keeping stats, trying to figure out the best 11 to put out on the field to, play in our upcoming games to get us back to that Final Four level.
And one of the things Coach Bargo also mentioned was a lot of those games were teams from the 12th region, and they are known to be physical and always have really good teams, Southwestern, Lincoln, Garrett County, teams like that. And she mentioned just being a lot more physical in the game. As the seniors, how do you hold the players accountable, to go out there and give it their all every single game?
You just kind of have to talk them through it, keep them, tell them that it's going to be okay even if you lose, and just guide them through each play and tell them what to do to win and succeed.
Absolutely. And looking ahead, you guys have Middlesboro tomorrow. You've coming off the win against Greene County last Saturday. You've had a week of practice to prepare. How do you guys just feel going into a game tomorrow?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. We've had a week of practices to kind of get ready and get back to where we need to be.
Absolutely, and mentioned many times it's your all senior year. How do you guys deal with the emotions, of knowing this is probably the last time you guys are all 3 playing soccer together, and just thinking about how you want your last season to end?
Yeah, it's obviously really emotional. These are my best friends, and to see our soccer season, starting off bad is really, really emotional. But that's more motivation to make it just as far as we went last year, if not farther. And it's honestly a motivating factor because you got to go out and bang.
Absolutely. And lastly, and with a fun question, I want you all 3 to tell me just your favorite soccer memory, whether it was during high school or on a travel team, just something you think of.
Probably the Final Four last year. That was a great time. We only won by 1. It was very, very close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely that Elite 8 game last year at Boyd County. Our goalie was insane last year. I mean, she saved us over and over again, and Haley ended up putting 1 goal in last year, and that's what took us to the Final Four. And just the momentum in the locker room after that game was just a feeling that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Mine would be all the team bonding that we did to get to where we were. That really helped us and be able to play better for the final games last season.
Of course. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the show here tonight. We'll step aside, take a quick break, and then we'll hear from the boys' head soccer coach, David Broyles. You're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
For the best in Southern and country gospel, you have found source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best in country and Southern gospel.
We are the Light of London, 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 square feet of fun and games, 18 bowling lanes. the largest arcade in town, an indoor go-kart track, a full-service snack bar, and now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe-throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
All right, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace. We are now joined by the North Laurel boys soccer head coach, David Broyles. David, thank you for joining us on the show here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just talk a little bit about, how long you've been the head coach here for North Laurel's boys soccer team.
We're thinking.
I'm pretty sure this is my 8th year with the soccer team. We've kind of grown the program each year, and we just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. When David took over, and I would have to go back and look, and I didn't think to look, that we'd been through several coaches in several years, and it was that way not only with boys soccer, but several other sports when I became principal. And I always said if we can ever get some longevity in our head coaches, you'll see your programs start to improve.
Yeah.
And I think boys soccer is an example of that for sure. Coming off a region runner-up, finished last year, tough loss over at OBI in the regional championship. But they had a great team, and but things are looking up this year. We defeated them the other day at OBI. What was the score on that one?
4-3.
4-3. So a tough battle there. But what are your thoughts on your team's performance so far this year?
Well, I guess we didn't start as fast as I thought we would. We had a little bit of a shaky start, had some defensive problems and some things like that. We were actually struggling. As many scores as I have on this field this year, we were struggling to put the ball in the back of the net. But once district play started, I told them, I said, boys, this is a new season. Forget the other games. This is where it starts to count. And they have really come on. Started with the South game. We struggled first half to put it in the back of the net, but we ended up, with a 4-1 victory. And then we hosted Whitley County, beat them fairly handily 9-1. And then, like I said, we let OBI get up on us 3-1 the other night.
Oh, wow.
But these boys never hung their heads. They kept digging, and they made the plays when they needed to, and we came out with victory.
Now, you've got a pretty veteran team. A lot of returners from last year, and a lot of experience on your team.
We do. We bring back all but, I think, 2 starters from last year's team, which, one of those starters was Jackson Jacobs, and he was out most of the season last year with an illness. But, he's come back. He's shown a lot of senior leadership this year and has really helped us grow as a team.
Yeah, and I was going to speak on the same thing about you guys bouncing back and defeating OBI a few days ago. Do you feel they're probably your all's biggest competition in the region?
Oh, absolutely. They've got an excellent team from top to bottom. I give them all the credit for what they've done. I mean, they are the defending region champions, and we're going to see them again. We'll see them in the district tournament, and then I fully expect to see them in the region tournament too. So, that game was important, but we still have to keep getting better, and because they're going to be ready, and we've got to be ready.
What are some areas that you talk about? You kind of turn the corner here with district play. What are some areas here in the last month that you would like to see your team focus on to get where they need to be before the district and postseason play starts?
Well, we still need to keep getting better defensively. We had a couple of mental lapses the other night against OBI. That's what cost us a couple of goals. We've got to shore the defense up a little bit, and we have to be able to connect passes and control the ball a little bit more. The more we can control the ball, then the better off we're going to be.
Absolutely, and you talked a lot about your team. Talk a little bit about J.J. Edwards specifically and what he brings to this team.
JJ's an excellent goalkeeper. He brings a lot of experience. I mean, he's returning starter from last year, and he just, JJ's very skilled, and he usually 99% of the time finds the right pass to make out of the back, and has made some incredible saves. The Pulaski County game is a game that I think of that he probably had he had double-digit saves, and they were really important saves to keep us to just a 1-0 loss. Otherwise, it could have been a lot worse than what it was, and he does that every game.
Absolutely. And then again, you mentioned Jackson Jacobs coming off of an injury, or illness last season. What does he bring to the team as well? Just when he steps on the field this season, did you just notice a difference?
I did. It's one of those things you could tell by his body language that how much he had matured from the year before, and just he's the only player he's hard on the field really is his brother. His brother. He's very hard on Zach, but otherwise, I mean, most of the time he's extremely positive with his teammates, and he was instrumental the other night in keeping our heads up against OBI. And we, like I said, it's his leadership that he brings as much as it does his scoring ability. I mean, he could easily score many times, but he's also very unselfish. The Whitley County game, a couple of times he could have scored on his own, but he made the extra pass so the other player could get it in the back of the net. He gave up a penalty that he drew early in the game to Riley Stuber because Riley had really been struggling and just needed to see the ball go in the back of the net, and he gave the penalty to Riley, and that's kind of got Riley going the last couple of games.
Yeah, it's teammates, players like that really, they may not always get all the credit and stuff, but you can tell the difference they make the minute they step on the team, encouraging, being a leader, and just playing the game the right way is something we say a lot of the time. Yeah. You guys have a game coming up tomorrow. You play September 13th. Yes,
Saturday.
Yes.
You got a little bit of a break.
I was ahead. Yeah. Just talk a little bit about the upcoming practices and how you guys are going to prepare for that game.
Well, we've actually practiced today, and one of the things we're working on is we're running more possession drills because I want us to be able to possess the ball more in the midfield and, not be looking for 1-2 passes and then trying to score. I want us to be able to build a little bit, control the game a little bit more, and that's one of the things that we worked on. We'll work on some defensive drills this week just to try to shore up the defense a little bit more, and we're also going to transition off the turf this week and practice on the grass because that's what we'll be playing on up at Model on Saturday.
Yeah. Do you notice a big difference in the way, obviously, in like softball, baseball, it's a little more obvious, the ball is different, but what is it like, having your players have to go from turf to playing grass? What kind of effects does it have on the game?
Turf is faster. It's more of a true roll. I mean, it's a level field. You don't have any bumps or anything like that. Grass fields, I don't care how good it is, you're always going to have some spots where it's bumpy.
Natural. Yeah.
And, so it's just getting used to how to make that pass, how to have that touch on a grass field is totally different than a turf field.
Absolutely.
You probably don't play many opponents that have grass anymore, do you?
There's several. When we played Pulaski County, they're playing on grass. Corbin still plays on grass. South, believe it or not, has transitioned to a grass field. So
that's right.
For soccer, they don't play anything on their turf. So there's several out there that still do. So we have to be ready for those kind of games too.
Now, where is district and region at this year?
I believe South hosts both this year.
Of those. So you'll be back on grass there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you've not had an opportunity to come out and watch our boys soccer team, we invite you to come out. We've got a home game on September the 16th against Wayne County. But get out and support these boys. Coach Broyles got a great team and looking to get that region title back this year.
Absolutely. That's our goal.
All right. Well, thank you, David, for joining us. We will step aside, take a quick break, and then you'll hear from some of your Jaguar soccer players, J.J. Edwards and Jackson Jacobs. You're listening to the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
For the best in Southern and country gospel, you have found the source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best of country and Southern gospel.
We are the Light of London, 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
The Palace Family Entertainment Center has 60,000 60,000. Square feet of fun and games. 18 bowling lanes. The largest arcade in town. An indoor go-kart track. A full-service snack bar. And now introducing Crazy Axes, our new axe throwing facility. Ask us about our bowling leagues and birthday party rooms. Come for the thrills and excitement and stay for the fun. We have it all at the Palace on North Main next to Kroger.
Oh.
All right, welcome back here to the Jaguar Den. Joined now by two of our North Laurel boys soccer players, JJ Edwards and Jackson Jacobs. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight on the show.
It's nice to be here.
So we talked a little bit with Coach Broyles about last season, obviously. A little bit of a heartbreaking ending there. But, you know, a few weeks into the season, you guys have already got your revenge against OBI, defeated them 4-3. Talk a little bit about your mindset going into that game, you know, knowing that you lost the region championship to them last year.
Well, I wouldn't really look at it as revenge because they beat us in the region championship, and it's not really revenge until we get them back there. But this is my first year back. I didn't get to play last year because I was out, so it's nice for me because I had to watch on the sideline when they got beat.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of you, I just kind of want to know a little bit about how you fell in love with soccer when you started playing the game.
I started around when I was, I'll say 3, but I didn't start goalkeeping until one day. I was playing in the Optimist League, and a travel coach came up to me to play with them, and all of a sudden they needed a goalkeeper, and I stepped up, and I never got removed since then.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had an older brother that played, and I started about the same age as JJ, about 3 or 4, but I didn't really get serious with it until about 10. Started playing travel. It was a good experience.
Absolutely, and both of you guys are seniors. Do you have any opportunities to play at the next level? Is that something you guys are considering?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If I get the opportunity, I'll see.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I'm looking into a couple schools, one in Northern Kentucky, very good soccer programs.
Awesome. That's awesome. Any chance you get, you know, whether it be a small scholarship or a full ride, any chance you get to play athletics and get that college paid for, that's just an awesome opportunity. It's hard to pass up. So we talked about last season. Obviously, what are your all's goals? I mean, you guys are looking top of the region right now. OBI obviously going to be a big contender again in the region tournament. But what are your goals, you know, looking beyond region even?
Well, I think that we could quite possibly make a run to the Final Four or further. I think we have a team to go all the way if we wanted to, but that's just up to us and our effort all the way through the game.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I'd definitely say it would be a Final Four run. I mean, it was in the cards for us if we got past OBI in the region final. It was the draw, but, you know, unfortunate events happened. But, you know, definitely right now I say we're looking towards one step at a time. And right now we just got to focus on our district finals and winning that 1 seed. Getting that bye will be a huge help in the postseason.
Talked to Coach Broyles just about your next game this Saturday against Model, and he mentioned they play on a grass field, and you guys have a week of practice. As players, I was curious about how this works. I know in baseball, softball, it feels a little more obvious of how the turf affects the game there. But what do you guys notice a difference when switching back and forth from turf to grass?
I think a good grass field moves like a turf field because it's so clean cut and flat. But I think Model has a very good field, so I think he'll be fine.
To me, I kind of prefer to play on grass fields because, you know, when I take goal kicks, sometimes when you get real deep on the ball, that turf likes to bend your ankle back and you'll shank a ball. But on a grass field, if you get deep on that ball, the grass goes with it and you can get a good high ball on it.
Absolutely. So just tell me a little bit about Model, you know, some things you guys are working on. Coach Broyles talked a little bit about like possessions. He wanted you guys to feel a little more controlled at the midfield. Just what are some things you guys have been trying to strengthen about your all's game?
Definitely starts in our midfield. We've been doing better, but when we went on our little 4-game losing streak, we were definitely struggling in the midfield. Now, it's rough. It's only 3 guys. We play a 4-3-3. But, you know, we got our fullbacks and our wingers helping us out there. And once we started connecting into that South game, we never looked back.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think part of controlling the game as well is my brother, who plays one of the higher midfielders. We have to stay connected there to me because I'm the highest guy up the field. I have to keep it stretched. It's like, I guess, a center in basketball. You want to try to stretch the court as far as you can.
Yeah. Absolutely. And what's that like playing with your younger brother? Coach Broyle said you were really good, being a leader on the field and encouraging people. And he said you're probably the teammate you're probably the hardest on is your little brother. What are your thoughts on just playing with him?
Well, my little brother is very talented. He's way more talented than I'll ever be. But he just, to me, he doesn't work hard enough. But even without him working hard enough, it's beautiful to watch.
So you just want to you're only hard on him because you can see his potential.
Yeah, I'm hard on him because he can be way better than me or my older brother.
I love it. I love that. So we'll just end here with a quick, fun little question. I just want both of you to tell me your favorite soccer memory, whether it was with a club team, a travel team, or here at North Laurel.
While I was playing up in Lexington Sporting Club this 2 springs ago, we played the top team in our league, and we were towards the bottom because we were struggling, but we ended up tying 1-1, and I think my official save count was 21.
Wow.
It was
That's
rough.
impressive.
I'd probably have to say I got to go play in Spain with the team. I got selected for the Kentucky Olympic Development Team when I was an 8th grader. And when I was a freshman, I got to go to Spain and play against a bunch of local academies. And we played very well. I scored a goal and got an assist in 3 games. It was nice. Very good experience. We got to train with a professional club called Espanol Football Club. They're a very, very good team. It was a very good experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me here. We'll take a quick break and wrap this show up. This has been JJ Edwards and Jackson Jacobs here on the Jaguar Den live from the Palace.
For the best in Southern and country gospel, you have found the source. It's the light of London 98.5 for the old and new. And somewhere in between, we are the light of London for the very best in country and Southern gospel.
We are the Light of London, 98.5, providing you with some of the very best gospel music around. And you can take us with you anywhere you go. For more information, visit us at www.lightoflondon.com.
All right, we are back here from the Palace for the September episode of the Jaguar Den, and we're ready to kind of wrap things up for this show. Just a couple of little things to keep in mind. Next show will be October 13th, and we'll be covering our football and volleyball programs. I'm very excited for this episode. 2 programs, that have seen several changes over the last few years, but seem to be heading in that upright direction. And it's going to be nice to hear from both head coaches and some of the players.
Yeah, great show tonight. Able to showcase, again, our goal is to showcase student athletes in those sports that sometimes don't get that recognition. And so we got to hear from girls golf, a program that's on the rise. Coach Vickers does a good job. He really puts a lot of time and effort into, just like we talked about with Coach Stone, into seeing these girls improve in golf. And then our soccer programs are both perennial powers in the 13th region and both expected to win the region championship again this year. The girls coming off Final Four appearance last year, and the boys just lost a heartbreaker at OBI. But after hearing from them tonight, I think they're ready for some revenge. So if you get an opportunity, go out to North Laurel High School and support these student athletes in these other sports and cheer them on to victory. But also it's great to hear from Rusty Ray and the great work that's been done by the Jaguar alumni group. I encourage you, if you are a North Laurel High School graduate, Jalen Black, Bella Sizemore, any of those who may be listening, to become a part of that Jaguar alumni group and to give back to your high school and those current student athletes. But great show, and I've got a little feedback here, but we'll work on that. But we got a remote host in her studio in Lexington, so we're excited to be able to make that work. And again, thanks to Craig Tincher and the Palace for allowing us to host it here. And we're looking for big things down the road from the Jaguar Den.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you on October 13th for our next show. This has been Jalen and Mike Black signing off from the Jaguar Den live at the Palace.
You've been tuned in to North Laurel Sports, on your home for all things North Laurel athletics. WJTE FM 98.5, The Light of London, and North Laurel Nation on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Until we play again, good night and Godspeed.